Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be looking at manufacturing.
Okay.
We're going behind the scenes to explore these really fascinating things called Programmable Logic Controllers.
Yeah.
PLCs.
PLCs.
They're kind of like the brains of a factory.
Right.
You know, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah.
What we're going to be looking at today is how these brains are getting even smarter.
Yeah. More adaptable.
Yeah, way more adaptable. With some pretty cutting-edge tech.
Cutting edge.
We've got a whole stack of sources here that we're going to be going through
Cool.
to understand things like MTP, the Margo Standard, and containerization,
Interesting.
all to figure out how these innovations are changing the future of manufacturing.
The future.
Yeah, the future of manufacturing.
But it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, you know, we're used to seeing these rapid advancements in the IT world,
Yeah,
like cloud computing and containerization.
absolutely.
It seems like things are constantly changing.
Always changing.
But in the world of industrial automation,
yeah,
it's been a bit different.
Yeah.
PLCs have been kind of stuck. You know, they've been relying on proprietary hardware and software, which
yeah,
it limits flexibility,
yeah.
and then it increases the cost, too.
It does seem like kind of a missed opportunity.
Right.
So let's get into MTP
Okay.
module type package.
Yeah.
What exactly is that, and why is it such a big deal?
So imagine
Yeah.
if every electronic device used the same plug.
Uh,
Wouldn't that be?
Yeah, that would be pretty convenient.
That's kind of what MTP is doing for PLCs.
Okay,
It's creating this universal language.
interesting.
So different modules from different manufacturers can all communicate
Wow.
seamlessly.
Okay,
It's huge because it means you're not locked in with a single vendor anymore.
right.
Companies can mix and match the components based on what they need.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it fosters a much more competitive and innovative landscape,
Yeah.
especially, I think, for smaller manufacturers who can now access a wider range of options.
That's really cool. So
Yeah.
it's like creating a common ground for all these different PLC components.
Right, exactly.
To work together.
Yeah.
Can you give us like a real-world example of how this actually works in a factory?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's take a purification module
Okay.
used in biopharmaceutical production.
Okay.
With MTP, the functionality of that module,
Mm-hmm.
it's clearly defined.
Yeah.
The inputs and outputs are standardized.
Right.
So it just plugs right in
Okay.
seamlessly into the larger system.
So it doesn't matter who made it?
Exactly.
That's amazing.
This simplifies the engineering so much,
Yeah.
but it also makes the whole system more reliable and flexible.
So companies can reconfigure their production lines.
Much easier.
Yeah.
And respond to changes in demand way faster.
So that's MTP.
Right.
Now let's talk about the Margo Standard.
Okay.
What role does that play in all of this?
Margo is a really ambitious initiative
Okay.
with some major players
Mhm.
in industrial automation. It's aiming to bring even more interoperability
Okay.
to the whole landscape,
Interesting.
going beyond just PLCs,
Okay.
focusing on edge computing.
Edge computing.
Now, edge computing is where all the data processing happens,
Okay.
close to the source,
Right there on the factory floor.
right on the factory floor.
Yeah.
And this is crucial for manufacturing, especially in those time-sensitive processes,
Yeah.
because it enables super fast responses
Okay.
and decision-making
Without relying on the cloud.
without the cloud.
That makes sense, especially for like real-time process control.
Right.
What makes the Margo Standard stand out in this pursuit of interoperability?
Well, one key aspect is that it's an open standard.
Okay.
So it's not controlled by one single company.
Gotcha.
It really encourages collaboration across the whole industry. And to show they're serious about this,
Yeah.
Margo even provides our reference implementation
Yeah.
and a compliance testing toolkit
Okay.
that are publicly available.
So anyone can use them.
anyone can use them.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
It's like they're laying the foundation
it is like that.
for a more unified and collaborative future
A unified
for
future.
industrial automation.
Right.
But how does this all connect back to MTP?
Well, you can kind of see MTP as a key enabler
Right.
for Margo's vision by providing that universal language
Yeah.
for the different PLC modules.
Okay.
It makes it much easier to build interoperable systems
Yeah.
that align with Margo's goals.
Okay.
It's like having the right building blocks
Right.
to construct this more integrated and efficient
Yeah.
manufacturing environment.
Now, we can't talk about advancements in automation without mentioning containerization.
Right.
This trend has really revolutionized software development,
Yeah,
and it's making its way into PLCs now.
that's right.
What's the story there?
So think of containerization as like putting each application in its own little box.
Okay, in its own box.
Yeah, making it portable and preventing conflicts. Just like in the IT world, this brings some significant advantages to PLCs.
So let's break down those advantages for our listeners.
Okay.
What does containerization really mean in the context of industrial automation?
Right.
What's the benefit for someone who's working with PLCs every day?
Good question. Well, with containerization, you get isolation, resource management, and portability.
Okay, those are some big words.
Yeah, so isolation basically means that if one application crashes, it doesn't bring the whole system down.
Okay.
Everything's neatly compartmentalized.
Gotcha.
So it makes the system more robust.
Interesting.
And then you have resource management, which allows you to allocate computing power and memory where it's needed most.
So you're not wasting resources.
Exactly. It optimizes efficiency and makes sure everything's running smoothly.
Gotcha.
And then finally, there's portability. This means you can move applications between different PLCs, even if they're from different vendors.
So you're not locked in.
No more vendor lock-in.
That's amazing.
It's like taking the best of modern software development and just applying it to industrial automation.
It's pretty cool how these things are kind of coming together.
Yeah.
But how does containerization actually work with MTP?
That's a great question.
Are they compatible?
They actually work hand in hand.
Okay.
MTP makes it much easier to integrate these containerized applications into existing PLC systems.
So they work together.
Yeah, it's like MTP provides the framework
for
communication and integration,
Okay.
while containerization brings in that flexibility
Okay.
and efficiency of modern software practices.
So they complement each other.
Exactly.
And create this really adaptable and dynamic manufacturing environment.
Precisely.
It's pretty mind-blowing to think about
Yeah.
how all these seemingly separate technologies are kind of coming together
They are.
to transform the way factories operate.
It is fascinating.
But let's shift gears for a second and talk to the listener directly.
Okay.
Why should you care about all of this?
Yeah.
How does all this advancement in PLCs impact your everyday life?
So if you're involved in manufacturing in any way, like if you're an engineer or a manager, or even just someone who's interested in how things are made, these developments could significantly impact your work.
But what about for the average person?
Right. Even for the average person.
Yeah.
These advancements have some pretty exciting implications.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit.
Okay.
How will all this stuff with PLCs affect the products that we use and buy every day?
Well, for starters, it could lead to lower prices.
Okay, lower prices.
Increased efficiency and flexibility in manufacturing often means reduced costs.
Okay.
Which can be passed on to consumers.
That makes sense.
But more importantly, it could lead to an era of personalized products.
Personalized products.
Yeah, imagine ordering something that's tailored to your needs.
Wow.
And then having it made quickly and efficiently.
Okay.
It's like having a factory that caters to your individual preferences.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
It's not just about making things faster and cheaper.
No.
It's about making things better.
Right.
More personalized.
Exactly.
Tailored to individual needs.
It is exciting.
We've talked a lot about the how of these technologies. But I'm kind of curious about the why.
The why?
What are the driving forces behind all of this?
I think one major driver is that growing demand. For customization and personalization.
People want unique products.
Exactly. They want products that meet their specific needs. And manufacturers are responding to that demand.
Yeah, they have to.
If factories can easily adapt and reconfigure their production lines, they can create a wider range of products in smaller batches, catering to those niche markets and individual preferences.
It's like moving away from mass production toward a more personalized, agile manufacturing model.
Exactly.
This all ties into another important factor, too. Competition.
Right.
In today's market, manufacturers need to be incredibly adaptable.
They do.
To stay ahead of the curve.
It's like survival of the fittest.
But for factories. These technologies, MTP, Margo containerization, they're providing the tools that manufacturers need to compete and thrive.
In this new landscape.
We've covered a lot in this deep dive. We've explored all the technical details of MTP, Margo containerization. But I want to bring back to the human element.
Okay. The human element.
As we wrap up this part of the discussion. How do these advancements impact the people who work in these factories?
That's a really important question.
It's not just about machines.
No, it's about people.
It is about people.
And I believe that these technologies can actually empower workers and make their jobs more engaging.
More engaging.
Unfulfilling.
I'm intrigued. How do you see that happening?
Okay.
What does a more empowered and fulfilling job look like in this new era of manufacturing?
Imagine a factory worker who can easily understand and control different parts of the production process. Thanks to these advancements.
So instead of just doing the same task over and over, they can actually be problem solvers.
Right, problem solvers.
Decision makers.
Yeah, actively contributing to a more dynamic and flexible production environment.
That's pretty different.
It is.
From the traditional image of a factory worker.
Right.
It's more like a collaboration between humans and machines.
Yeah.
Where technology actually enhances human capabilities.
Exactly. It's not about replacing them.
Instead of replacing them,
It's about shifting from mindless automation
to intelligent automation.
Intelligent automation.
Where workers can use these tools to do their jobs more efficiently. And creatively.
So it sounds like we're moving towards a future where working in manufacturing isn't just about manual labor.
Right.
It's about using technology and problem-solving skills to create innovative products.
And as these technologies keep evolving, we can expect even more opportunities for workers to really engage with these advanced systems and contribute to the next generation of manufacturing.
So it seems like we're at a pretty pivotal moment in manufacturing.
Yeah, I think
we're moving toward a future driven by flexibility, customization, and a deeper collaboration between humans and machines.
I agree. It's all made possible by these technologies we've been talking about. MTP, Margo, and containerization.
They're changing the game.
For manufacturers of all sizes.
Giving them the power to compete in this rapidly evolving global market.
So the next time you use a product, that seems perfectly made for you. Or if you're just amazed by how fast and efficient manufacturing is these days.
It is amazing.
Remember the PLCs and all the people behind the scenes.
All those brilliant minds.
Constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's an exciting time.
It really is an exciting time.
To be following the world of manufacturing.
Who knows what's coming next?
It's hard to say, but it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be really interesting.
One thing's for sure, the future of manufacturing is looking smarter. More
adaptable, and definitely more responsive than ever before.
Absolutely.
And for those of you who want to learn even more, we've got links to some really cool resources in the show notes.
Check them out.
Check out continuous TV audio podcasts and the latest news on AI. And how it's affecting the world of manufacturing.
You might be surprised by what you find.
So stay curious. And until next time, keep exploring the amazing world of technology and innovation.
Definitely